welcome to the final episode of the Gingerspyce Aasimar Project. In this episode, I'm going to be doing Eye of the Titan on Reaper 4 Skulls solo. And I chose this one because I did this one as the final episode for Life 1 as the druid, and I thought it would be interesting to compare performance. I think the cleric is going to do better, at least in the first part. I am worried about my performance against the boss though. I have a lot more insta-kills on the cleric, so I think I'm going to be able to take care of all the trash up the end fight better, but the boss, if he makes me helpless, then that's going to be a problem. On the druid, I had regenerate, so even if he made me helpless, regenerate was going to bring me right back up. Even though I remember he did get me once. I can't believe it's over. I have to admit that I've grown surprisingly fond of cleric, and I am going to miss it. And I have really loved the animal domain. I feel like I haven't showcased the animal domain much in my videos, but I've really enjoyed it. Yeah, the high hit points of the Aasimar combined with the animal domain high hit points is putting me at like 1400 hit points inside Reaper Dungeon right now, which is pretty freaking awesome at this level range. And I've loved it. I really enjoy the feral charge, not only because it's like a abundant step-like ability, which I really enjoy. It's a great way to get away from a mob really quick. If you're running away from a Reaper, if you get stuck in a group of mobs, you can use that to burst through them. So I love that. I thought I was really going to miss that there aren't any SLAs in this tree, and I guess in the sense that I feel like I don't have a lot of DPS, I do. I really liked the Greater Creeping Cold and the Cone of Cold SLAs from when I did the Water Domain last life. But even then, I didn't feel like I had that great a DPS. So I feel like I'm pretty strong in the insta-kill department, but when it comes to DPS, I'm pretty weak. So I want to pull up some things to show where I am. I'm going to pull up the enhancements first. I haven't really showed them much, but this is basically what I've done for both cleric lives, is work up to what you see here. Now at various points, depending on where I was, I might have had more on the light spell power and less in the crit chance, but this is basically what I did both lives. Really focusing on the turning stuff, having 2 unyielding sovereignties, one from my I had a different deity last life, but I still had like the super heal ability, even though it was uber slow. I would not recommend Olladra. Actually, these ones are pretty slow too, and I just wish they could be quickened. I wish that they couldn't be interrupted, because it's just too slow for Reaper play. But when it goes off, it's just such a beautiful full heal. Love it. Really, really loved these helping hands, the healing hands from Aasimar. Just on the wisdom build, this stuff is, the amount of healing it does is based on wisdom, and I don't think I've really talked about that. Let's see if I can find where it says that. So it's either healing an amount based on your character level times your wisdom bonus, or dealing that much damage. So it's your wisdom. I have high wisdom, obviously. I have wisdom build on the druid and the cleric. So it's just, this is one-shot healing anyone to full, no matter how many hit points they had. And once you get to 16, you get the regeneration of those. It's just awesome. I love it. All the healing on the cleric is really nice. I've said in my druid build post that I do prefer healing on a druid. And yeah, well, I guess the helping hands is really, yeah, I should say I still do enjoy. I still prefer on the druid. That's just a personal preference. I love the heal over time spells, but let me just say that with the healing hands supplementing what the cleric already has, this has just been a phenomenal healer. I'm loving it. Okay, so those are where enhancements are. Let's pull up the Reaper trees. I've been keeping close meticulous records of all the quests I'm doing, how much XP they're giving, how long it took us. Also recording the XP I've gotten for every one of my racial lives, and this is life 21 now. And all I need is about 400 Reaper XP out of this, which it'll be close because I've already done this one a couple times actually, but I think I will. And this will put me at my highest XP Reaper XP total for one of my racial lives since Reaper life, which was life 11. So I'm going to be getting about 169,000 Reaper XP this life, which is really good for me. During Reaper life, I got 172,000, so only 3,000 more. So we got really close to Reaper life. You know, I usually get about 150,000 that first Druid life of this series. I only got like 130,000 because I get a lot of experience from Night Revels. It was just a regular experience, not Reaper, so it set me a little bit behind the Reaper, but it was just too easy. It was such low-hanging fruit that I wanted to grab it. So what my Reaper trees are, got my 51st point not long ago. You actually only need 54 to max out the Grim Barricade tree, so I'd be able to max that out soon. But obviously you can't do that until you're level 27, but I'm just saying, you know, once I get to cap, I could cap out that tree. I'm probably not going to. I think I'm going to get like maybe something like, yeah, I'll get about a dozen more Reaper points, maybe 15 more or so by the time I finish my racials. And I won't cap out the Grim Barricade tree then. I, you know, probably have it not far from what you see here. Maybe get some more PRR. And then actually both of these trees will be very similar, just filling out, and maybe some... I'll drop, you know, when I go back to Druid, I'll drop the spell penetration, pick up spell power. In the event, that's where Reaper is right now. I'll just bring up my spells to show you what my spell selection was for these lives. Basically been the same both lives. Although I have found that Chaos Hammer has seemingly done nothing. I don't know if that spell's bugged. It's been a long time since I tried using it. But even though I have it slotted up there, I took it off my hotbar because it just didn't seem to be doing anything. There are the numbers. Okay, let's do the quest. Reaper 4 solo. So this one took me about 27 minutes to do on my Druid life, and that was a little long. You know, I didn't want to drink a mana pot, and so I ended up dancing around with like my last 5 kills in the big room there, you know, for like 10 minutes, you know, waiting for mana to regenerate and stuff. So it was kind of silly. Definitely could have done it faster. Let's pull out the girlfriend and top off. Make sure we tie our shoes so we get all of our hit points. Every time you enter a quest, you gotta do that, or after you shrine, you gotta retoggle that on. Even though it's toggled on, you have to toggle it off and back on to get the effects. At least the hit points, I think these saves as well. Somebody made a comment, and you know, right now I just posted the final episode of Life 1, so this is how far ahead of things I am, and I still got a whole bunch of Ravenloft first look videos to post. So you know, this one's gonna hit till like way after the new year. But somebody commented in one of the Druid videos of the series, like they saw me using the hireling. You know, they felt that like that wasn't working as intended, and I don't know if they were saying like it wasn't working in the spirit of how it was intended, or if they were trying to say like that's an exploit. But it's definitely not an exploit. It's definitely working as intended. Like there certainly is an argument that could be said that like perhaps that wasn't in the spirit of what they intended, like the fact that you can bring it out for about 250 mana. Every 5 minutes, you know, maybe that wasn't in the spirit of what they intended, but you know, mechanically speaking, it's definitely working as intended, and you know, a lot of people use that. It's definitely not an exploit. So use it confidently. Don't worry, you're not going to get in trouble for doing that. such trouble here with this Reaper. I can't seem to stun him. Trying to command him, but he keeps saving. There we go. Let it chew up some mana trying to kill this stupid Carnage Reaper. I don't think I had any Reapers when I did this on the Druid, except at the one at the very end. That was kind of silly. Yeah, I'm burning through a lot of spell points that I did not want to burn up at this point. Yeah, my ability to deal with Reapers solo is piss poor. Damn. But yeah, I got 3 insta-kill spells. I got Slay Living, Destruction, and Implosion. And I got Energy Drain too, which is nice. Ooh, wow, I'm so going through my mana quickly. Damn. I'm gonna have to kill, what is it, 25 mobs? My girlfriend's gonna be ready in a minute. Guess I already might as well start using my clickies, because there's nothing I can do while this is going on. The R6 VOD was a lot of fun. I was really worried of when the lag started hitting, and you had a couple squishy folks. But I'm so glad that we tried it. I probably won't do it on R6 again anytime soon. You know, it was a little rough. Certainly would have gone better if without the lag and stuff, but it was really cool to do that. That's all my little clickies. Now there's my bauble. I got my wild blasphemies. And I got my girlfriend. Alright, here we go. $24 mobs left, and I've got 1,600 mana to do that in, but I've got Vile Blasphemies that I'm gonna hopefully try to remember to use, so there's several hundred more. The implosion is what could really make the difference. Lost soul, yoink. That's helpful. Don't have a mass insta-kill spell on the druid. Look at that. I knocked him down with my feral charge. I don't know if I showed that I actually crafted an item. See, I've got Intimidate 15, but Vertigo 8, Insightful Vertigo 3. That helps with the knockdown effect of the feral charge. Really? I hit him twice with energy drain. Damn. $11 left, looking good on the mana side. Love all these insta-kills. You know, if you did the Death Domain, you'd have another one, because you get Destruction as an SLA. Oh, and as my level 18 feat, I picked up Enlarge for fun. Enlarge is a really, really fun and nice magic feat. Unfortunately, it can be really tough to fit in. But being able to, I talked about it when I did like my bard life and even my sorcerer life back in the Dragonborn series, how when you can drop a charm in the middle of a group of mobs from halfway across the dungeon, it's just so huge. So they never aggro on you. They just aggro on each other. Ooh, that time implosion. Only, oh, I got 2. 4 left. Doing a lot better than the druid, but we still have the boss to go. Don't know who that is. This is a guildie. That didn't even seem to go into effect. Oh, he's death warded. Damn it. And I'm out of mana. No. 1 mob left. How terrible is that? Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Pull our girlfriend. Oh, 32 seconds. Did the island quest out there on the Isle of Forgotten Dreams. And it was with a guy that had recently come back, like just came back from the game after being away for like 5-6 years. So he didn't even know how to play his tune for the most part. I mean, he like just came back and was trying to figure stuff out. So he was very little help. I'm not trying to disparage him. It is what it is. So it was just me and him, and we were doing R5, reclaiming memories, and just smoking right up to the boss. It's just insta-killing everything, right? Those are just insta-kill quests. Then we got the boss. It's like he could do anything against the boss, and so it was like basically me soloing the boss, and I don't have any DPS, and I must have spent 20 minutes DPSing that boss down on R5. And then when I was helpless, he couldn't do anything to alleviate that, so I just had to run around until it wore off. It was kind of ridiculous, but we got the completion. Okay, girlfriend, come on out. Put her on passive. I'll be over here. That's terrible to have one of these guys death warded with the way they blink in and out. just what a pain. So hard to target. The way they jump around even too. I mean, obviously, fade or blinking in and out is bad enough, but then the way they jump around behind you is just ridiculous. On top of it, and just the spells keep missing because they're moving all around or because they're phasing in and out. How can we make this mob more annoying? Give it Death Ward. Holy crap, is that a Reaper? I thought I saw a Reaper back there, but you know what? That Reaper can live back there. It's its home. I don't want to disturb it. Yeah, see, as soon as I go to throw the spell, he disappears. And then it misses. What a joke. Okay, she's done. She's out. Misses because he jumps. He is really good at using the jump around like a jackass method to avoid being hit. He's stunned for some reason. Oh, I wonder. Comet Fall probably could get a. Oh, wait a minute. What about my Feral Charge? That probably knock him down. Hard to knock down an 8-legged creature though. I'm having flashbacks to my druid video now. Spending way too much time trying to kill, you know, a small number of mobs. In this case, one. So this is what the DPS against the boss is going to be like. So he's not going to be bounced around like a jackass. But he is going to be constantly draining my charisma. So I'm sure it'll be rough. And I won't really be able to mana dump on him because it's just mana won't last. Damn. $494 on R4 on myself. It's pretty badass. Let's just use them all up to see what the numbers are like. 494, 494, 494, 494. Okay, this is the same every time. There are no dice rolls. I don't think she's ready to come out. Yeah, this end fight could be a really big problem. Because my DPS sucks. Oh, I got tummy shoe. So after this, I've got half elf, elf, drow, and gnome. Damn, Implosion only got one of them. I'm going to keep the character sheet up because I want to keep a close eye on my charisma. I only recently learned that you can pull them down the backside, which I did it with a pug yesterday, and that's what they did. I always pull them back here, but I think if you pull them on the backside, then you don't have to deal with the trash. Gotta keep a watchful eye on that charisma. And I'm gonna have to use the light dots. And that's really, my SLAs and my light dots are gonna be it. Let's see if this takes a ridiculous amount of time. Or maybe the light dots will start ticking a decent amount. You just hit me with my charisma. Got him down by 2,500. It's an eighth, so it's like it's gonna take me about a 5-minute fight, maybe. Assuming that, all things considered, you know, with the kind of mobs I got and stuff. So I guess it's gonna be about the same time on the cleric versus the druid for me. By a quarter, and my mana's almost gone. I threw implosion and it didn't hit anything. Oh shit, this trash is building up. That's not good at all. Charm this stuff? I don't think this stuff can be charmed. I really hope this guy doesn't white dot out. I'm gonna be very irritated if he does. What if I can charm that Carnage Reaper? It's a risky, well, but then he's just gonna aggro on all the other stuff. Oh, what to do, what to do. I could just drink pots. I didn't on the druid though, but I guess I'm probably just gonna have to. Cause he's still got 7,500 to go. That sucked. It, like, double cursed me, and then I couldn't heal myself. That's awful. Well, I got the Death Pact. Let's take it away from these guys. Maybe they won't aggro on me. So you can take the Death Pact, even though the Death Waffle's on. Oh, crap. I'm out of big ways to heal myself. Implosion's not hitting. Dog ate my common sense. Gotta get that charisma back up. Gotta keep an eye on it. Where'd all the dudes go? It just disappeared. Oh, I almost aggroed that Carnage Reaper. That would have been a travesty. I'm gonna do it. Desperate times call for desperate measures. There he goes. Go kill him. Do me a solid, Carney. Just finish him, for God's sake. For the love of the Sovereign Host. Oh my god, that was ridiculous. What did I waste, like 5 pots? Ugh. Well, you know what? It was fun to compare the two. And it took me about the same amount of time. I don't think I'm going to be able to see because the quest doesn't complete until you actually get out. But maybe we'll see it if we keep that up. Hey, Ear Dweller. That was pretty cool to capture that on video. You saw the little bug running around there? There he is. There's a close-up shot of a dead bug. He's actually like a miniature, like glowing pink rust monster. But he runs off. You know, if you've never seen that spawn before, he can spawn really from just about any mob as far as I know out here. And there's the optional in the Dreamy Dark quest, but so he runs away, you know, when you open the clam. And if he gets too far away, he's gone. You have to kill him quick. So you don't want to use like ray spells like that that's going to miss as he's moving. You need to hit him with like an insta kill or a call lightning or something that won't miss, because you're only going to have like 2 or 3 chances. And then the bag drops and only one person can pick it up. So if you need that, pick it up quick. And this is what a Zakosian Air Dweller is, and it's actually a item that still has relevance today. The text is wrong. This is the old text before they made changes years ago. It says it grants 100% bonus to spell damage and healing for 1 minute, but that is not true. It's actually, I believe, a 25 artifact bonus to spell power. No, psionic bonus to spell power. So back years ago, all your spell powers were like percentages, and then they changed that to like a numerical value, and they didn't update the text for this item. So it's a cool clicky. There's also a quirky part of it where like you click it, when you use that clicky, you get a a disease. If the disease germinates for 5 minutes, you don't remove the disease or whatever for 5 minutes, then you'll get these 3 Zakosian larvae that'll appear in your inventory, and they're just like these little worms, and you can eat them. It'll regenerate some mana real slowly, but it's kind of neat. Intelligence 6, not that great at level 18. Spell Pen 3 is not bad. Enchantment Focus 2, I mean, these days there's definitely better. Who cares about Listen if you're on a caster, right? But that's the Zakosian Nerdweller. Okay, thanks for watching. I can't believe the series is over. I don't know what my next series is going to be. But as always, if you have any questions about my videos, you can respond on YouTube. And if you have any questions about my build, you can respond in the druid forums on my build post.
Cheap pack of Indian smokes in the snow on the side of the road in painted clothes. Ditched my tribe for a ride on the Wild West Express. I just had to get out before I get older and wonder, did I leave my best times behind? Did I ditch the risk for the comfort of home? Of home, of home. It's the love that you will always know. Of home, of home, of home. It's the love that you will always know. Buy a cheap fan at the drugstore behind the precinct. On a hot night in the city, dream of dragonflies in the cool countryside. And at night, the sky, the stars are bright. Your eyes, my poor side.